He was a genius, a Harvard graduate at just 16 years old, a mathematics prodigy, but he would become one of the most infamous domestic terrorists in American history. This is the story of Ted Kaczynski, the man known as the Unabomber. Ted Kaczynski was born in 1942 in Chicago. From a young age, he showed extraordinary intelligence. By the time he was 8, he was already academically ahead of his peers. At just 16 years old, he entered Harvard University. But despite his brilliance, something else was happening. Kaczynski became increasingly withdrawn, isolated, disconnected from others. After earning a PhD in mathematics, he briefly worked as a university professor. But suddenly, he quit and disappeared. Kaczynski moved to a remote cabin in Montana. No electricity, no running water, no modern conveniences. This isolation would change everything. During his isolation, Kaczynski developed radical beliefs. He believed modern technology was destroying humanity. In his manifesto, Industrial Society and Its Future, Kaczynski argued that technological progress leads to loss of freedom, environmental destruction, human alienation. He believed modern society had gone too far, and something had to stop it, by any means necessary. Ted Kaczynski wasn't just intelligent. He was deeply isolated. He lived alone for years, cut off from society. Experts later suggested he may have suffered from paranoid tendencies, personality disorders, extreme social isolation. His thoughts grew darker, more radical, and eventually, violent. In 1978, the first bomb was sent. It was just the beginning. Over the next 17 years, Ted Kaczynski carried out 16 bombings. His targets: universities, airlines, tech-related institutions. His goal: to send a message against modern technology. He carefully built his bombs, avoided detection, and became known as the Unabomber. The Unabomber terrified the nation. Nobody knew who he was. The FBI launched one of the largest manhunts in history. Then, Kaczynski made a demand. He wanted his manifesto published. Newspapers agreed, and that decision changed everything. In 1996, Ted Kaczynski was finally captured, but not by the FBI alone. His brother recognized his writing style and turned him in. Authorities raided his Montana cabin. Inside, they found bombs, writings, and evidence. Ted Kaczynski was arrested. The Unabomber was finally caught. In 1998, Ted Kaczynski pleaded guilty. He was sentenced to life in prison, without the possibility of parole. His bombing campaign had killed 3 people, injured 23 others, and left a permanent mark on history. Ted Kaczynski remains one of the most disturbing cases of intelligence, isolation, and radical ideology. A genius who became a terrorist, a man who tried to stop the modern world, and a story that still raises questions today. What happens when intelligence meets isolation, and when ideology turns violent? Subscribe for more true crime, dark psychology, criminal minds, writing analysis,